all the nerds.
So I was cleaning my stash of video games, and I encountered some old games I don't even remember I had. Really bad ones. And now I'm trying to sell the PlayStation 2 Invincible Iron Man. It was so bad.
Okay, yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, well, it's based on the movie. It's like everything is so bad about it, which is sad because you can fly as Iron Man and everything. And I think
it'd be even cooler if you could fly as like Batman or something.
Exactly.
That'd be great. That'd be.
I think I played for 15 minutes and then I just closed everything and it was there,
But
and now it's full
I
of
think,
dust.
I think there's a stigma about video games based on movies that they're always going to be bad. But personally, I found many that were good.
You get a few that are just like really well done.
Depends on the franchise as well, right? Well, not automatically.
Yeah, but like for example, one of the more recent ones that I could think of where was X-Men Origins Wolverine, where
Good or bad?
the movie was like how bad the movie was, but the video game was so good because it goes throughout the story of the movie, but it expands on it and it shows you what he did with Team X, and it shows you and had like a healing factor as part of the gameplay. And you saw his like
Call of Duty,
yeah.
kinda.
But you saw like you could be like completely destroyed, and like his adamantium skeleton showing, and then you see
nice.
it heal up and stuff, and it was really fun, the gameplay, and
Right.
you're just like doing all this crazy Wolverine shit that's not in the movie, but
It's pretty funny how you say like healing factor when I just said like Call of Duty, how like you kind of heal up. So I find it funny how they put a healing factor in a video game where most of the characters nowadays they heal automatically with time. So.
But
No, they have bulletproof vests on. God.
Exactly.
but no, video game movies, like movie tie-in video games, have like a track record of being pretty bad.
Yeah,
It's 'cause
like
they-
most of them actually.
Yeah, they try to retell the movie, but in video game sense.
Yeah,
The thing is that they try to do like an adaptation in a so short time, then they are throwing like
that they throw a bunch of stuff into
exactly,
it. Yeah.
and that's it, and then it's bad.
I know one that I played that or I used to own was The Mummy Returns for PlayStation 2. I love the Mummy movies, and then like when
It's the last one.
well, that one's it's okay, but anyway. So when I got the Mummy Returns video game for PS2, I was like, yeah, it's cool because you can play as both, the humans and the mummy.
That's great.
And I was like, that's cool. It was fucking terrible. It was so bad. It was kind of like Tomb Raider gameplay. It's you're exploring tombs and you're fighting like creatures and shit. But it was so boring, and I can't even explain it. Like as the mummy, you have like certain powers. You could call like bugs and to attack people, or you could scream at them and like kill them or some shit. Honestly, I don't even remember. I can probably making shit up. And then while playing as the guy, you just have your guns and you're like.
But the thing is, with technology
It's
nowadays,
just-
developing a game is not as hard as long as you have like an engine that's already doing it. Now you have like the designers and stuff, but now all the marketing is put in the movie, and the game's supposed to sell itself.
Yeah.
But it's not always like a good result.
Like you get a few like hit and miss ones. Like I said, the Wolverine game was good. I personally enjoyed the again going back to PS2, the Van Helsing tie-in game. I liked it. It was all right. It was fun. You get a bunch of different weapons that he doesn't get in the movie, but you fight like the monsters from the movie. But it's just it was a fun experience.
As your opinion, do you think it's better to go with the entire storyline, or they reinvent a whole storyline for the video game itself?
Well, it depends on how they do it. Like Van Helsing, it was basically the story of the movie, but they expand it to make it a 15-hour game instead of a 2-hour movie.
So otherwise it could get boring because you already know, right?
Yeah.
Well, they usually change stuff up.
Yeah, exactly.
Like I recently tried the Lego Movie video game, and it was like garbage.
Oh, really?
Like pure garbage. Like the movie was fun and entertaining, but
Like,
they added.
You're going through the movie?
You're going
as
through
the
the
game?
movie. Like you start off as Emmett and all that. You go through every step, but you're doing like his little projects. Like you see where he was working on the crane and all that in the movie, doing his little "This Everything Is Awesome" song.
Yeah.
Where you're actually you knock down a house, you take those pieces, it
Sounds amazing.
No, it sounds horrible. It was really bad.
Really?
Yeah. But there was other games that I enjoyed. Like
I really enjoyed, back in the days, Spider-Man 2 on GameCube. Because it was the first game that... Yeah. You could...
Based
Like,
on,
everywhere.
based on the movie, yeah.
Like, on the sky.
Yeah.
Like, attaching
Yeah,
everything.
That Spider-Man 2, the movie game, was like when they made it that way, they made it a free
Exactly,
roam.
like-
They made it a free roam, but you're playing a Spider-Man, which makes perfect sense. That basically set the foundation for every Spider-Man video game that came out since.
I remember
Like-
the camera was so bad, but I didn't care because I could, again,
Yeah, you're just
through everything.
zipping
free
around.
roam. The free roam is the key
Yeah.
to all those
Yeah.
Games. Even if
Well, no,
if they
because
try to
again, the
redo,
Iron Man game was really shitty.
was it free roam?
Yeah,
I feel
well,
like it's
fly,
almost the same,
like,
right? All these superhero games where you're in a city and you're just going around and shooting things up. I think most of them are all the same, like a bit like Superman 64, Iron Man, Spider-Man. It's all like a free roam, low res.
Well, Superman
city.
64, I wouldn't say was free roam, but Superman
Like-
Returns was free roam.
Oh, yeah.
Which that was fun, except you had to constantly go and attack these stupid, what do they call it, drones, whatever. There was always these drones attacking different parts of the city. It was so repetitive, but you're able to walk the street and all of a sudden take off and fly, and
oh, that's cool.
which is great.
What about a bad video game, Mark?
I just said Lego.
The Lego.
Oh, a good one. Yeah.
Right, Superman Returns.
Oh.
What about you, John?
Yeah,
I quite enjoyed. I can only remember two that are really, really good, and it would be Tron Evolution. It didn't
Tron.
follow at
I heard
all.
like really bad things about it. But
Really?
okay.
yeah.
I quite enjoyed it. It was really fun. Really, really fun.
Okay.
Are
I think you just have a basis for like a bias on Tron.
I think maybe I am
everything
biased.
Tron related, you're like, it's amazing.
You guys really have to play. It's like a aerobatic shooting game, like third person, and it's not following the movie at all. That's what I liked. They're introducing before the user coming to the game.
But it came out with the second movie came out? The
Yep,
game? Oh,
that's
okay.
it.
Because the game is called Tron Evolution.
The movie was called Legacy, though.
Yeah, yeah, but it's based on
Okay,
the
okay.
design and artwork.
Okay.
And you're playing as a second Tron, like another Guardian type of thing. Really liked it. It was fun.
Yeah.
Another video game I quite enjoyed was Star Wars: The Force Unleashed. I like the
It's not
fact
really
that-
based on the movie.
Yeah,
But
but
it's-
it's,
yeah, it's
but
the
it's
universe.
expanded
It's the
universe.
universe,
Yeah,
exactly.
it's,
Yeah, with the same term, like a lot of Star Wars games.
Yeah, does that mean that Tron is now based on the movie then?
yeah. It's,
It
it's-
is a movie
I get-
franchise.
yeah, it
That's what I'm
is.
thinking.
Yeah, I have to give him that. It's expanded universe.
But it's not a direct adaptation.
Knights of the Old Republic
Yeah.
and Battlefront and Republic. Wait,
yeah.
But you could do that. A lot of games, a lot of movies have games that come out. They're not necessarily adaptations.
Yeah.
But it's not
But
really
but
what.
as expensive as Star Wars, though, you know.
well,
Lord-
recently I played the Walking Dead Telltales.
People roll up and go mad.
So
when they
amazing.
believe their life is over.
But,
So good.
but that's only 2 games for the comic book series, while this Star Wars has the movies and then a huge list of video games based on it. A good comparison that I would think of would be Lord of the Rings, where
Yeah.
it's 3 movies and then a huge list of video games based on the movies. Kind of like
Which the
and
latest
expanding,
one was really good. Shadow of Mordor.
expanding the universe, like Star Wars did with Force Unleashed. Not that any of the Star Wars stuff matters anymore because Disney scrapped all of the expanded universe stuff. But whatever, that's a different story.
So sad.
But I know what you mean, yeah.
But it was fun, like playing as a Sith apprentice, where you actually see the dark side of everything.
Yeah.
And I like it more than the Goody Two Shoes.
Yeah, of
So
course.
That's why it was fun.
Oh, it was great. You got to start off with Force essentially right at the beginning, and you just basically.
When
all
you
powerful.
play as Darth Vader at the
Well, I love the
first
first
level,
one.
yeah.
The second one wasn't, I don't know, a little bit cliche, a little bit like redundant. But the first one was amazing.
Yeah.
I really liked the first one.
Yeah. But yeah, to go what Mark was saying, just to continue on that, you're playing as Vader in that first level, and you're just like wave your hand and like you throw guys across across like into the trees and shit. It was good stuff.
But these things, like, it is a video game based on a movie, and powers are often very limited. They're trying their best, the electric shock, like the pushing, but you can't really be creative. That's where I like it.
Well, in like for Star Wars, I really loved back in the days. What am I?
Empire. What is it? N64?
No, it was the like online on PC. Oh my god! You create your own character, a Jedi, and then you give himself on your design level, like your force power.
Knights of the Old Republic.
No,
or
something else. Oh my god, the blank.
Not Battlefield or anything. Battlefront.
No.
Is it an RPG?
But
it's Star Wars 2 or something.
I would not know.
Well,
no idea. Anyways.
Long story short, it was an amazing game and I loved it. And I played way too many hours on it. And still I can remember the name.
Left lasting impression.
Yeah, exactly.
The only thing that comes to mind that sounds like that is Old Republic. Not Knights of the Old Republic, just Old Republic, the current online game.
You can look it up.
Yeah, I think it was that.
Yeah?
I think it was that.
Well, that's the one that's still online now. But as far as video game movies go, there's some that you like going through. These lists of video game movies or tie-ins and stuff. Harry Potter has like a game per movie or a number of games per movie.
Transformers had a game per movie.
Transformers, and they had a few more that are not they're in the movie universe, but not tie in with them. Didn't come out with a movie.
But do you think at some point they have to release a video game?
Well, because they want you to.
It's like advertising.
It's more.
It's
like a commercial. No, but someone could go home and play the game and.
Yeah, but I feel like they are losing money.
Well,
how much?
They're not always the greatest games, so they're not really.
Yeah, but still money that you could spend like somewhere else, marketing or something.
If they're not making any money, why would they do that?
Yeah, but it's
just our morons.
It's just to have an extra. It's just to have an extra product out for those people that are gonna be like huge collectors of whatever or fans of that movie, and they're like, "Oh, this is the game based on the movie. I have to play this, and I have to know the whole story."
Think about Avatar. They had a video game. Well, the movie, the video game, books. A pinball machine, it sounds so great.
We still haven't got an Avatar 2.
Yeah,
but it sounds so great to say that we have all this because we're like everywhere now, and also like let's say anything like Bug's Life. They released a game about it. Like you don't really care, but when you're going to the game store, you see Bug's Life, you're like, oh yeah, that movie. And it reminds you many years later. It's always fun to have like when they're everywhere. You think about it for years.
Well, like the older games for SNES.
Those ones were good, and those
Aladdin, Lion King,
yes,
Jungle Book.
Aladdin was so.
Those
fucking
games
good.
you could just pick up and just play. They were fun.
I don't remember them. Honestly,
they were really fun. They were side scrollers.
I remember I spent a lot of time playing GoldenEye. It was on 64, but still,
it was a video game at its
so good.
And and that's like one of the not I wouldn't say biggest as money wise, but maybe like most fan favorite.
They went
fan favorite video game.
Cheat code and everything.
Because of the co-op, not co-op, the multiplayer game setting.
It was added at the end,
Oh yeah, they were just like
it was not
Jedi Academy.
Good job.
But they didn't. It wasn't planned in the thing. The programmers included at the end, and then the directors, the makers were like, yeah, whatever, let's throw it in. And then that was the main point.
And that was like, having people come over and play
but the
4
only
players.
thing with the remake, they
with Daniel Craig.
Yeah, that was my only gripe with it.
Well, that was the whole thing, is that let's redo it, but have the current James Bond play it to be James Bond in that
and that game was more famous than
Brosnan.
It was like I never played a remastered, but was there like the same cheat codes with like big heads? And
I don't know if there was, but the game it was It was play by play. It was the same thing, but with better textures and
Yeah,
everybody was
new
round.
voice acting, and
They were round. They weren't
instead
like
squared.
Yeah, but that's one other thing. Also, some of the games should stay in the past.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like it was a super amazing game. I played hours and hours, but I wouldn't play it again because
You mean you wouldn't play a new version of it, or you wouldn't play the old one?
Oh, not at all.
Really?
Yeah,
really, huh?
That's-
Like Zelda games, you wouldn't do that.
Or Final Fantasy?
For these kind of games, classic will all be. Well, I guess School of the Dark Souls. Well, Zelda will play the remastered version, like on 3DS or whatever.
But you won't buy an old version to play the old version. You'll buy it.
I'll buy it just to collect it,
Yeah.
but not to play it.
Fair enough. I could
Play it. I'm pretty sure you'd play it.
Not if I have a remastered version.
I play all my old Castlevanias. When I after I get them, I try to make make sure they work and stuff.
I play Pokemon.
And we are.
We are, and we are all the nerds.